Hello, welcome back. You know, initially I wanted today do a video, a shootout in the series I started where I compare MoFi releases against their first pressing counterpart. But then I decided to do another video because in the last days I had two very interesting telephone calls, and I also thought a lot about this topic for myself, for my own collection. And as those of you who watch my channel regularly, you know that also collecting vinyl in the grander scheme, in a way, is also quite a topic here on my channel every now and then. And so I decided to share the information I gathered in those two telephone calls, because this is an open question. What shall I do? I have over 240 MoFis. In two ways. What shall I do channel-wise? And I think this comparing, going into them, going back to them, comparing them again makes sense. But also as a private collector, what shall I do with them? Just keep them and let them rot in my shelves? Excuse me. But also you can imagine there is also, and I don't know if you feel the same way, if also an interesting topic for a discussion. It's emotionally, I'm not bounded to them anymore in a way. And so, yeah, I just wanted to stretch out my fingers and gather some information. I wanted to gather information about the collectibility value of those. And first thing, I talked to a German used records dealer. I know from several deals, because I got some of the older vinyl on demand box sets from him, which are incredible, hard to get. He has a lot of original krautrock stuff, and so I contacted him on this purpose for the German first pressings. But then also we talked about MoFi, and he said, yeah, you know, I get almost every day now a call from some German collector who wants me to sell his MoFis. And I said, wow, really? Don't you exaggerate? I said, no, Michael, really. A lot of German collectors, and I can only now, what I tell you has to do with Germany here. This might be different, because I can imagine at 50% of the price in the United States, and then you roughly have the German price or the European price. And so it might be quite different. The people who collect those MoFis, of course also Analog Productions, Impacts, Intervention Records, here in Europe/Germany, might be a bit different than in the United States. And it hits them in a different way, I can imagine. So this is not a one-on-one situation, maybe. I don't know. Again, please feel free in the comments down below, because your own experience, your own opinion is in this matter quite valuable, I think. And yeah, in his case, he gets so many questions about MoFi, and people, a lot of collectors ask him that he should sell their collection of MoFis, which is quite something. And then I got a second telephone call, which even might be more mind-opening when it comes to this topic. I called I phoned the guy where I really bought a lot of those backstock MoFi's analog productions in the time when I was in the first transformation phase when I started my channel. During that time period, I really bought a lot of records from him. He's really a very reliable, great source of this stuff. So he knows his things. He's extremely experienced and a great guy. And we met. We get in contact over the years every now and then. And so I called him because I had the same question to him, and I wanted to ask him because my initial idea was, you know what, in the case when I compare a MoFi against an original, and the original is better, why keep those digitalized MoFi? Why? There's, for me, somehow doesn't make sense in a way, because, you know, they even have the dignity and give you otherwise some value. For example, remember when I did the video about the jacket, this lackluster, anemic jacket they did for the Eye in the Sky, and compare it to this British original. That's what I meant. So even when it comes to the production, they are in a way too lazy to give you some added value. So why should I keep them when it doesn't sound as good as the original, and there's no other, there is no additional stuff, no booklet, no nothing. So why? And that was my thinking, and I contacted him, and we talked about the whole MoFi thing, and then he got, of course, into talking, and he told me, you know, before that, the huge problem, again, a European-specific problem, probably, but no, not really. He said, I get 3 copies or 2 copies, but I needed 5, 6, 8, 10. And what I got is 2, 3, 4. So yeah, thank you. Was okay, but I could have sold much more. And then I asked him, you know what, I do know the comparisons, and maybe let's say when I have 8 MoFi's together, which I want to get rid of, I can give them, can sell them to you. And he said, oh, Michael, thank you very much, but no thank you. I said, why? He said, so many of my customers right now ask me if I want to buy them back. Even for incredible low prices, they would give them to me, but I don't sell much of them anymore. Again, he sells in Germany, Europe. He sells in Europe, not in the United States. And then I thought, wow, okay. And what does that mean? What does that mean for us who have quite of them and maybe want to get rid of some? I think now is not a good time, at least not here in Europe, to sell those, which in a way, imagine that. Imagine I would have done this video 5 months ago. Everybody was like, what are you talking about? Those MoFi's are precious. Those are one of the most hard to get items in some cases. Yeah, but see, this can happen. This can happen. Also, next question, and also important question, especially for me, because I'm here in a specific, sometimes difficult position. What do I do with the new stuff, with the titles that comes? In a way, maybe interesting videos when I compare them, yes, but we're talking serious money here when it comes to for example, One Step, and they didn't drop prices, of course not, and no, I don't think I will. I will get the thriller. I will get the thriller because I have the originals here. I want to know, because somehow this whole thing for me is connected with the thriller, and I just wanted to know. But the other stuff, Van Halen, another iRobot, another digital Bitches Brew, another digitalized, another digital Eagles. I don't know. Why? It doesn't make sense to me. Especially to the titles they already had brought out as digitalized, as digital releases. Sorry, damn it. Concentrate, Michael. So, no. It's for a collector. It's and I think this topic comes too short when I think about it. How much damage these lies has brought to us, special to people, and so right? So yeah, okay, they say that who really invested in really expensive editions because they have been gone and they really took money for them and we bought them in good trust. This damage is sometimes, as I said, I have quite some of them. This is serious damage. Damn it. Yeah, okay, my own fault. These things can happen in life, but maybe that explains why I'm still a little bit disappointed, to say the least, and still manage through it in a way as a collector. Channel-wise, of course, it was good. Got a lot of attention to the channel, which is of course a good thing. But yeah, this whole topic, MoFi, shall we stay in? Shall we get out? What shall we do with the new ones? Let's discuss that. Maybe it's a nice idea that we do a live stream and discuss that. Maybe that would be interesting too. That we share our opinions in a live stream and discuss that a little bit. But if I do that, this will be because I will be alone on that. If I do it, will be a spontaneous live stream, and probably I won't let it on the channel because this really should be a chatting between us. If you're interested, state that in the comments down below. Yeah, difficult, strange. We will see if more and more people will put out their MoFis on the market. I can imagine that a lot of people hold back because if you look over at Discogs, the price drops. Some of them are under the half of their original value. Not when you have to open and say buy vinyl and look in the list. The highest price stays there for quite some time. It really needs time for this price to adjust. But when you watch at what prices you can get those right now, serious loss. And really, I personally, and it's all opinions here, again, only opinions. I can imagine this will go on. So this is not a good time, in my opinion, to sell. Or maybe it's the last time before they drop any further. But when we go all out now and say, come on, get rid of them, now I get some bucks, it will, of course, free falling. And yeah, imagine all those flippers who bought 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. They have a real party right now. Yeah, but of course, that comes with the business. It's never only one direction, and they had years where there has only been one direction and up with those releases. And now those guys really took a serious hit, in my opinion. And some of them won't stand up again, I can imagine, and never will go into that risky business anymore. Yeah, those are my 2 cents, just some loose thoughts, and yeah, I hope we discuss this, you discuss this in the comment section down below. Just my 2 cents. Thank you for your time. See you tomorrow on the live stream with Patrick about originals. Thank you. Bye.